The Martin Collins South Africa FEI World Cup qualifier sees 10 horses and rider combinations through to the jump-off over a shortened course against the clock. Really hard to kick off the jump-off. Here we go with Nicole Horwood, Capital Don Camarco. She doesn't know what the other competitors are going to do. She's got to be a pace setter. Good gallop at number 1, turning inside. And then he throws his head. She doesn't get her distance to that vertical. That causes a stop. A disappointed looking Gonda. She knows that she's not going to win it with that. It's 4 penalties plus it retards your time. But she has another ride with Capital Colnado. So now she'll be settling down, trying to leave the fences up. A little bit of damage control. What an unlucky moment for her that was. Going wide, she knows the competition's basically over for her. And if you were going to say anything about Don Camarco, it would be that he doesn't have the easiest mouth. She gallops to that last big triple bar. Leaving the last fences up. And she's round. 6 penalties in 54.14. So we go to Nicola Syme. Here she is with Sunny Park Stables, El Paso. She can be quick. This is that first turn. Did that beautifully and smoothly. Slightly wide here to the Oxa. Now looking for her distance on this turn to this Oxa. Then there's a run here. She moves him on. Inside the water to the triple bar. Good call. And pays a price. Touches the back rail, so on 4 penalties. Her time, 39.41. So the jump off looking a whole lot harder than the first round. That's the pressure that the clock creates. Jean Engeler, Chanel van der Zeshoek. And in thinking about the turn, touches the back rail of number 1. So still no clears in the jump-off. She'll be slowing down a little bit. Pressure's always off once you've had a rail. So the riders in the warm-up arena will be starting to think they have got to go clear more than quickly. Beautifully through that double. And going round the water to the triple bar. Big ride at that. Touches the back rail. This is an expensive round for Jean. She circles before the last fence to regroup. And she finishes on 13 penalties. So El Paso in the lead with the 4 penalties in the quick time of 39.41. But we'd be hoping for a clear. Can Jonathan Clark do it on Diana Slade's Rena 77? He's always fast. He kicks hard at number 1. Gets an inside turn. Beautifully organized to the vertical and sprints away. He means business. He gave himself an extra stride there. Balances for that vertical. This is a careful mare. That was tight to the double. And see him going. He goes round the water but picks up speed. Super distance at the triple bar. The crowd sensing something. And he leaves them all up. So there's your first clear round. The time, 37.96, and that's the time to beat. Liam Stevens is in next. Investec Wanda. Jonathan helps train Liam. So there's always interesting dynamics between all the riders. Gallops 1. Turns beautifully smoothly. He made that look easy. Kicks to that Oxa. Gets it. This mare on super form. Break of rhythm. And that's not as quick as Jonathan there. And now a lovely gallop. Wow. Wow. Low flying from the little Wanda. And he's clear. The time, 38.37, so just a second slower than Jonathan Clark. So Jonathan Clark heading this World Cup qualifier jump-off. Delighted girlfriend Ashley O'Connor.
Well done.
Now Nicholas Simnell, Sunny Park Stables connoisseur. She's been round once, she's had a rail down, she knows what she's got to do. Here's the first turn to the vertical. Successful. Moving forward to the oxer, she's smooth. This turn to the double now will be a big test. It's what they do here. Gets that. And now it's the turn to the triple bar. She's going inside the water. Wow. Risky. Gets a good ride at it. And leaves them all up. Good round. The time, 43.1. Not quite fast enough. So Jonathan still in the lead with Rena. As we go to Alzu Obligation, Michelle Hobbs. It's so disappointing to touch number one in the jump-off. It really breaks your concentration. What she'll be hoping to do is to leave the fences up and stay for some minor prize money. Obligation not looking on quite the form that he's had in the recent past. Touching another rail, so 8 penalties, and she drops down the prize money order. So the riders know exactly what they've got to do. They've got to be quicker than Jonathan Clark and Rena. And you see she's taken the pressure off. She's cantering around. But Obligation not looking himself. She finishes on 8, the time, 46.57. Here we go. Sean Neal, Clyde Z. This is a young man capable of amazing turns. Beautiful entry to number one. This horse has got a big stride. Wow, that's tight. And now there's the turn to the double. An extraordinarily brave ride. And he's hunting to the triple bar. He's low flying, clears it. And almost 2 seconds faster, delighted dad, Bob Neal. There's Sean Neal, Clyde Z, 2 seconds faster and into the lead. Have we seen the winner? We're only going to find out after Johan has jumped Capital Shiraz. And that quiet ride to number one. Number one causing so many problems in the jump-off. So he's on 4 penalties. He knows he can't win it. This has been such an exciting jump-off. Rubs that, but it stays up. He's staying on his line. Clears the double. Stays on a long canter to the triple bar. Super ride there. 4 penalties. The time, 38.45. Johan Kachelhofer and Capital Shiraz. Last to go will be Capital Colnado, Nicole Horwood. This is Nicole's younger ride. This less experienced young stallion. We see what Nicole can do. She does the inside turn to number 2. The time to beat, 35.67, put up by Sean Neal and Clyde Z. Smooth ride to the oxer. So she's being competitive, but perhaps not turning up the pressure fully yet. What a nice ride to that double, jumps in and out beautifully. Moves on to the triple bar. But it doesn't look like being fast enough. A beautiful clear, not quite fast enough, 38.59, leaving Sean Neal and Clyde Z the runaway winners here this afternoon. The first 5 horses all clear and separated by less than 5 seconds. The winner though, Sean Neal riding Clyde Z.
Very happy with today's result. It started for me the beginning of the show. You won the Grand Prix on Friday, so I was really chuffed with that, and then came in today when I went into the jump off, I knew there were very fast horses in, so I didn't think I had a chance, but third last to go, so I thought, well, nothing to lose, and gave it my best, and yeah, it paid off. My strategy was that coming in, ideally go clear first. The course, the jump off wasn't really his type of course, if I could put it that way. He prefers tighter courses where you don't have to gallop so much, and the first half was nice and tight, and then to the second last I had to put a bit of foot, so yeah, I landed off the double and gave him a good kick and made him gallop one, which I don't really like to do, but yeah, it worked and it paid off.
It's congratulations to Sean and Clyde Z, worthy winners of the Martin Collins South Africa FEI World Cup qualifier. The riders and their horses now head off to Port Elizabeth and then on to Cape Town in their quest to qualify for the All-Tech FEI World Cup in Normandy, France in 2014. We wish them all the best of luck. The Martin Collins South Africa FEI World Cup qualifier at Maple Ridge Equestrian Farm. Proudly sponsored by Martin Collins South Africa.